If you're finding it hard to get into your GP at the moment, you're not alone, with patients in some regions waiting up to 6 weeks for an appointment.
Hundreds of medical centres have closed their books to new patients entirely. As Karen Rutherford reports, the backlog is forcing many sick Kiwis to pay up to $160 to go to an urgent care clinic.
Today, the queues were out the door at this free Hamilton GP, a rarity in a world where some walk-in after-hours clinics are now charging unregistered patients up to $160 for urgent care.
To pay $160 to go and see a GP, people can't afford that. So a lot of people don't even come to the doctor.
It's like we're a number now. I'm not being mean, it's, people feel like they're a number.
The New Zealand College of GPs says in some regions up to 80% of practices have now closed their books to new patients. Mid-Central and Northland are among the hardest hit.
At the moment, we feel like there's a leak and we're mopping like mad. That's someone else's analogy, but we are just working and no one's actually fixing the problem.
The problem, say doctors, is that people's health needs are becoming more complex, and as a result, many patients are now waiting 5 to 6 weeks for an appointment.
Most of our consultations, probably for many GPs nowadays, are not 15 minutes, they're 30, and there's a lot of needs out there, mental health needs, diabetes, chronic diseases.
And a survey out today of 936 Kiwi doctors suggests 2/3 are disillusioned by funding, resourcing and staffing under the Te Whatu Ora regime.
A very small percentage of the workforce feel that things are going to look any better in a year's time. Only 5% of secondary care and around 7% of primary care felt that things might look better in a year. This is really important, I think, for Te Whatu Ora and the Ministry of Health to know.
GPs say primary care needs more investment. Te Whatu Ora's reforms to date have focused more on hospitals and the ambulance at the bottom of the cliff.
There are so many anomalies in the system right now. Newshub has learned that at the weekend in a small rural town, Te Whatu Ora paid one GP $350 an hour to plug the gaps at their local urgent care. They'd get a third of that in their own clinic.
Te Whatu Ora has told Newshub it recognises the workforce is under pressure. Clinical telehealth services and the ability for pharmacists to triage and treat minor ailments, it says, are making a difference. But with the healthcare sector hemorrhaging staff, GPs say it'll have to get a lot more radical than that. Karen Rutherford, Newshub.